Do you see what she said?
Did you see what he said?
Like it's time for another episode of Celebrity Bullshit,
God
bitch.
Damn.
Let's get it.
Anything that's not praise,
Oh my
you're
gosh,
a hater.
her fans will come
you
attack
just
you.
child. And I
And
don't
the
have
thing
time
is,
to be going back and forth
I'm
with a 12-year-old
slick,
with
a
a pink wig.
self-proclaimed Barb, but at the same time, it's like I'm not an extremist. And the problem is, people really forget that the word fan comes from the word fanatic. Mm-hmm. So people act belligerently crazy about people they have never met, and they want to back up them.
And who will never do any of this for you.
No, like she does gift her fans, but it's not like she's not gonna sit there and go bully somebody on the account of because they said something to you. Like she's not gonna do all of that. And like you said, like you have so many different scandals around you. Like no matter how much we respect you as a hip hop artist,
and I was about to say, what people fail to realize is when you point out a person's flaws that comes with that person,
you're not diminishing
you're not taking away
power.
From what they do. That doesn't make you any less of an amazing female rapper, because you're always going to be there. You're going to always be to me, you revived the game. You brought female rap back to its surface. You did that, and I'm going to always give you your props for that.
But I also separate the artist from the person.
I just don't care for some of the stuff that's said and that's done. But you are not allowed to have an opinion about her or other people. I'm not even gonna go into it because I don't got time for them to look back and be like, I remember she talked shit and you should be canceled. I don't have time. I don't have time to have
cancel culture isn't real. Dave Chappelle just got 3 new
girl, period. And I love that shit, but at the same time it was because he refused to allow the shit. Mm-hmm. And not only that, Netflix refused to allow him to be bullied for the shit. Mm-hmm. Because
what's free speech if we can't talk about what we want to talk about?
Exactly. Like, no, but it's just like you can't do it because anything that's not praise is automatically considered being a hater, and I don't like that. But at the same time, it's like if something is not right, it's not right. But like Kimbe has already said to me before, when it's y'all favorites, you overlook the shit. If it was anybody else that said or did some of the shit that y'all folks, that y'all babies and faves and oh that's my girl, if anybody else had done it, it would be an immediate issue. But because it's who you like or who you follow and your girl and your this, that, and your favorite artist, they do no wrong. And that shit is weak to me. That's
literally black people on R. Kelly.
Child, girl. So it's like, it's child. Because when we looked at the documentary and all the folks are talking about what they saw, what happened, what they didn't like.
They still ridicule the victims.
Well, what did you do? Nothing.
The problem with me is like...
You watched him walk a toddler to the back of his damn studio where he had several different rooms for him to do nothing but fuck. You cried, you was upset, you knew it was wrong, but you did nothing. So, I don't know. But, once again, you can't say nothing bad about these people because then all of you, the bees will be all in your comments, say something about Beyonce. You got pink wigs and Friday the 13th and all this shit in your comments if you say something about Miss Minaj. And nobody's
honestly, it's like a joke on Twitter. Like if you have a decent amount of following, you say it's like they actually take the time to search bad things about Nicki Minaj, so one Barb can like start attacking that person, and all the rest of them come in.
And they all come and do it.
And they be like, "Oh, your page is still up. I'm surprised because I thought the Barbs would have got you by now." Type of shit.
And
like,
child,
that's ridiculous. That's not true impact.
In high school.
That's not true impact. Have that kind of impact about people graduating. Have that kind of impact about people helping the environment. Have that kind of impact about
me off of my platform. I'm not doing it, and I'm so sorry that happens to anybody else, but I'm just not. Which brings me into the hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to Celebrity Bullshit. We finna get into it. Bring it into the first thing with this bullshit with this child. I'm not letting a motherfucker tell me where I'm from.
Let me tell y'all something.
I'm not doing it. When I first saw the shit,
I enjoyed the song.
When I
liked the song.
I didn't. And it wasn't because of the whole situation or whatever, but I got to say, this is what I feel like. We talk about us who came from Pastor Troy and his love for Atlanta. We talk about So Def with Jermaine Dupri and all them with the Welcome to Atlanta. That's how you represent Atlanta. That's how you represent where you from and show your love for it. When we had Baby D and whoever the East Side ho, East Side, no, West Side. So when we, that you had fucking what you say about T.I. and Shawty Low. Shawty say from the West Side, goddamn, or the East Side.
Must be two sides.
So it's like it's not the first time anybody has made reference to demographics or where you stay and all this shit. But at least number one, it was a bop. Number two, it wasn't like it came out of no fucking where. There was a reason or something that took place for that conversation to happen. Niggas was claiming to do this, that, and the third, or we there every day, we don't see you. So this is why we feel this way. But in my opinion, although Lotto has never said, hey, I'm Atlanta. She's always repped Southside. She's always
said the South.
The difference is, instead of big up in your hood or big up in all the hoods in Atlanta as a whole, you separated.
You became divisive
and said, this ain't Atlanta, this ain't Atlanta, this ain't Atlanta, and we ain't going for that.
I mean, honestly, she really could have just made a song repping Zone 4. She could have just
really wanted to do that.
She don't even know the zones.
Clearly,
she didn't know the.
I don't want to even talk about that.
On top of that,
you young. So this is just the first of y'all generation doing this shit. And we just laughing at y'all because for us, it was Crime Mob with Ellenwood area.
You feel me? Fuck with us, we bury ya, right?
Nigga, the Crime Mob ain't Atlanta, they ain't Atlanta, that was from Ellenwood, those some country ass niggas.
Nah.
And, that's what we went through back then. That was 20-something years ago.
That really was, word.
It's just literally.
But I'm just like, that is the representation that we have right now when you think about female rap in Atlanta. That's who is on the head right now. For the Atlanta Hawks, that's who y'all got to, come out and do the halftime show or whatever. Like, when you think about Atlanta for women or female rappers, that's who comes to mind. That is our representation. And if you're mad at the fact that person is the face or that they doing their thing,
but you know what?
push your fucking pen.
I don't even think it was like something in the sense of like she was coming at a particular person. I just really think she took the wrong approach in dividing it. One thing about you can go back from like past 3 years. I've always loved OMERETTA'S freestyle. She is a good lyricist.
She just seemed real sour, so it don't matter who she was actually talking about. They just gonna make
You're salty as fuck for no reason.
Like, that's all it is.
You're mad at yourself for your career not being where it is, but when you get the insight from everything and everybody around you, you're the reason why your shit is not moving the way that it's moving. You got on Love and Hip Hop and expressed to everybody that your team is not where it should be. Your mother was in charge of your shit, and your mother didn't even love you for real. She was in love with a nigga and didn't pay y'all no attention. So
I did not watch Love and Hip Hop. I did not know all of that.
That's supposed to be your platform. Cardi B is literally the blueprint of what you're supposed to do when you get on there and you got some music or something that you want to move forward with. That's how you do that shit. But you got on there.
I don't know why bitches in Atlanta do not know how to follow that blueprint. Akbar failed that blueprint. Alexa Sky failed that fucking blueprint.
Jocelyn failed the blueprint as well, but she found a way around.
She found her lane.
She found her way around, and now she's doing what she do, and she's doing it well.
Yeah.
And getting her music out there as well. So
I think Spice is literally the only person in Atlanta that actually did the blueprint and actually blew up. Because Spice is big. Yes. Like Spice was already pretty big, but like Spice is
back
big.
Home for her in Jamaica.
Yeah, she was big back home, but she brought it to a forefront in Atlanta because people don't really think of Atlanta as having a Caribbean
it
culture.
Was unnecessary.
But I fuck with OMERETTA. The only problem is that my man from Miami, right? And so I got this Miami ass nigga calling me saying like, I'm not from Atlanta because I'm from Clayton County. But the problem is you a fucking hater. You an outsider. How you letting niggas from outside the club hate on us like this? Like, you can't be letting niggas come in the club talk shit. Like, listen, when we have good bops, we fuck with it. Like you said, this ain't really a bop. This ain't a bop to come up off of. You feel me? This not gonna be your hit. But I fuck with you. I don't want you to think I reposted your freestyles a long time ago. It's just this map is fucked up. It's really wrong because y'all not gonna discount the metropolitan Atlanta. And if you saying all these niggas is not from, if you saying all this shit is not Atlanta, the only rapper from Atlanta in the game right now is Baby then. At this point, the only rapper, because of your map that you created, the only rapper from Atlanta is Baby.
I just feel like it wasn't. What did it
because
do?
Thug from Zone 3.
That's what I'm saying. What did it do?
Ludacris from College Park.
What did it do?
2 Chainz from Clayco.
Most
Walker,
of the people from Atlanta
Clayco.
are not from
was
here.
trying to get a bunch of Atlanta folks
That,
like that.
Didn't I say that shit?
Rather than, like I said,
didn't I say that?
Separate everybody out. So.
But you know what? Like that, and that's one thing.
A collab would have done a whole lot better.
I
than
love
Lotto.
One thing I love about Lotto is because she humbled as she talk her shit, but at the same time, when she came out, it's not like she really came out saying she the queen of Atlanta. That's what y'all dubbed her. But what did she rep? The South.
We ain't had not one song
the
from
South.
this mushy body bitch.
Clayco.
She the queen of Atlanta.
Bitch from the South.
Please.
You feel me? Like those were one thing about niggas. Niggas from Atlanta, real talk. Niggas from Atlanta rep they hoods. They not sitting there saying, "Oh, I'm from Atlanta." No, niggas from Decatur say they fucking from Zone 6 Decatur. Niggas from goddamn Clayco say they from fucking Clayco. Niggas from East Point and they say they from the fucking Swatch. You feel me? It's not niggas sitting there saying, "Oh, I'm from the city of Atlanta." No, bitch. Niggas is not really saying shit like that.
They from Atlanta is if we out somewhere. And
niggas don't know that. You feel me? If I go to Miami
and I'm from Clayton County, they're not gonna know what the fuck that is.
If I go to Miami, they're not gonna fucking know what Clayton County is. And I can sit there and say, bruh, you heard them Waka Flocka say Clayton County, Rich Kids say Clayton County. Listen, that's another thing, right? I graduated to my partner and them. Right. That nigga shouted us all out. You know, Rich Kids had us all uniting. All hoods. And here you go being divisive.
It was dumb. I mean, if you really wanted to give your love, your shout, your hug, giving graces to the city of Atlanta,
you shouldn't have been shooting at Truist Park. You should have been shooting at, what's it called, the Georgia State Stadium now.
That was a whole nother conversation. Truist Park is actually in Atlanta. It actually sits on Cobb's ass. Oh, no, it sits on Decatur's titties. Oh, when you go this way, it's just like, child, either way it go. If you swear you from Atlanta, that's your stomach ground, that's where you're from. Why the fuck you want at your grandma's house?
I'm about to say, it's definitely more historical places in Atlanta that you could have shot.
Your ass outside with the Braves outfit on in a slingshot with 2 other motherfuckers.
I would have been happy if you would have just did the Falcons jersey in front of the damn Mercedes-Benz through the stadium.
Like, in the words of my good friend Milan, it was not giving what it was supposed to give. And I'm so sorry because... Like I told a young lady that I was going, back and forth with on Facebook. Shout out to Nina. We love a good diss record.
Oh, we do.
We love a good diss record. But you talking about diss records between when she was like, we had, Biggie and Pac. A lot of the diss records that we had, a lot of this stuff came from people going back and forth with each other and beef. And I said, you're absolutely right. But what you don't know is that you will listen to Tupac regardless. You will listen to Biggie regardless. You would listen to T.I. regardless. You would listen to Charlotte regardless. Why?
No matter what the beef was.
Established artists. Omeretta is not a household name. She's not. It's not she is with the pen. It's like her freestyles are. She is not a household name.
But this was a good. I can see this was a good gimmick because this bitch is on the news.
Exactly what she's supposed to do.
Yeah, it's on the
conversation, the numbers, the views on YouTube. Absolutely. But it's not going to go anywhere else.
I mean, you would just hope that other people would click other other songs that she did.
It's not going to go anywhere else.
But you got to be positive.
So you keep rapping to Atlanta because that's where you're going to stay at this rate. Your attitude and how you move musically it's not giving thumbs up. And you wonder why your career is where it is. What the old folks, they've been telling y'all ass you attract more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And it's like you're giving a lot of vinegar, sis. And it's not how you do shit. Look at Sukiyana. Look at where she is. You wrap circles around this bitch.
But you're not gonna be on the same level.
But you're not there though.
And it's crazy because I'm already be talking about like she was like her bars over ass shots and like all the superficial stuff. I'm gonna talk real shit instead of talking about popping pussy.
That.
And that's the thing. Like I love her content. I love her swag, and it does suck. There's like. And the thing is, it ain't a colorist move no more. It ain't it's not color no more.
That shit. Like, they just talk about her because she dark skin. First of all, what I'm not gonna ever say is that the bitch ugly because she is
pretty as fuck.
Dead fucking gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Skin no hell yes. Mm-hmm. Beautiful hair.
Do her hair and makeup really good.
She is beautiful.
You feel me? And she
so
can dress.
It's not about colorism. It's simply about the fact that you made a kind of shifty, iffy kind of move when it came to your music. Especially when you was already teeter-totter. You said yourself that your team is ass. You said yourself that your career is not where it needs to be. So you come out dividing the city. Why? For what? What did that do? Like I said, you're going to listen to Shawty Lo, you're going to listen to T.I. separately because they're already established, but you are not a household name, sweetie, so you coming out here doing all this shit. It's like you coming to a brand new school and you coming there popping your shit. Bitches is not going to want to play with you in the
You
gym.
know what's crazy? I did that. When I went from a school from 9th grade, 10th grade, I was still popping my shit like I was at the last school. And I was like wearing they fucking hoodies and shit to the new school. And bitches was not fucking with me. They was like, bitch, please acclimate to the environment that you're in. Like,
and it ain't like it's nothing wrong with you feeling yourself or knowing that you are the shit. But it's like at some point, humble pie is free.
Shit tastes disgusting though. Fuck being humble.
It's not.
Fuck being humble.
It's not.
But you got to be smart with your decisions. This ain't got nothing to do with being humble.
It does though. It does though. Because when you are not if I'm not where I need to be, right, in this game, if I'm not getting the views, if I'm not getting the accolades, I'm not getting the acknowledgement that I need. Me coming in shitting on motherfuckers and talking shit and being in bitches' face, that's not getting me where I need to be. Like, because you don't necessarily need a collab to move up, but you're not where you need to be. You're not where you want to be. Why? Because of you and your mouth and your attitude. You do not have a team.
I feel like in a sense it's kind of like it can make rap fun. You feel me? I can see like different cities and shit making like spins off this shit, like doing their own freestyles. I ain't watch it yet, but I was like,
they already doing it.
I can see other people doing it,
though,
and
there's nothing wrong with you pulling your shit down a little bit. That's what's wrong with sis, who I'm not gonna say nothing about because I don't have time to be fighting on her little funk ass fans. But there is nothing wrong with knowing you the shit. When you know you the shit, you don't have to say it. This nigga Jay-Z don't walk around talking about he the best rapper alive. I don't feel like he the best rapper alive. But motherfucker he really don't though.
He does. He says it on his song.
No, but I'm saying he doesn't walk around with that embodiment. Like, I don't want niggas to touch me. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to deal with nobody.
Friendly,
you bitches are peasant. So that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers who could buy you are literally riding the motherfucking martyr. Chilling. They not doing none of this extra shit but you. With your slingshot. Have the nerve to try to shit on people. Like, no. It's nothing wrong with being humble in hip hop. It's nothing wrong with that.
But we just had this same conversation about Sha'Carri last week when we talk about women who come in talking that shit and not being humble and stuff. Like, it's not fair that men are able to do that, and when a woman does it, we got to sit there and tell them to be humble. But
no,
like,
you don't have to. What I'm saying, what I'm talking about in this instance is number one, Sha'Carri and her track and field and what she does. She's established.
Okay.
You were headed to the Olympics. Omeretta is not even in the trials.
Okay.
She not even at tryouts.
She ain't making XXL.
She ain't even been scouted.
She ain't make XXL freshman yet.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Cause I mean, she was doing car freestyles when Tokyo Jets was doing car freestyles, and then Tokyo Jets got signed to T.I., and she still ain't been signed. And you technically from the same hood.
So what's keeping you? Because the talent is there.
Yeah, and it doesn't. And
I don't want to hear shit about money, because the motherfuckers know that you got talent. They will invest in you.
You feel me?
Cause please don't think Thug came in the game with $1 million motherfucking
no,
dollars.
No, the fuck he did not.
Don't think Baby came in the game with $1 million fucking the preacher man who they said used to come in the house dirty as fuck from doing whatever the fuck he had to do for his family. These motherfuckers ain't come in the game with $1 billion. They didn't come in with Mason Margielas and shit with these motherfucking purses. They didn't have that shit then.
Nope.
P saw something in the motherfuckers, invested in the motherfuckers, and here they are the goddamn day. But if you're not willing to be molded and made in this motherfucking game, you gonna steady be rapping in Atlanta. Right there in Atlanta. On top of that baseball in Atlanta. Slingshot in Atlanta. 2 friends in the video in Atlanta. That's what you gonna do. Braves outfit in Atlanta. True as fuck in Atlanta. Cobb County, Atlanta. Maybe it's Atlanta. That's what you wanna be.
It's crazy that a video that could have been shot on an iPhone is causing all this uproar.
Child. Good Android. But moving on. Best of luck to you, OMERETTA'S. KEKE WYATT, child.
When I tell you that pussy
that
ain't
girl, Amaretto sour like the drink.
Amaretto sour, that's my favorite drink. So it's like, girl, come on now. Come on, sips up. KEKE WYATT is on child number fucking 11. And the craziest part about it was I scrolled past the shit and I saw it and I was like, oh, that's cute little Indian lady. No, it's KEKE.
That white woman looking whiter and whiter every
child.
day.
So I was like,
you
no.
know she don't identify as black. She's biracial.
Girl, yeah, I saw her and all her love.
So I wonder how does she identify her children? Because her children not biracial no more. Them niggas is niggas because your nigga overruled your white and then her nigga is just light skinned, not mixed. So it's just nigga. But you want to be identified as biracial.
They are classified as candy corn. If you don't want to be black, that's what you got. Ain't nothing else. You can't be. What is it? Pacific? What is it?
Pacific Indian.
You can't be that.
You're not that. You're not native.
You can't be Hispanic.
You're not Hispanic. You're not native.
So
yeah. So you a nigga.
Candy corn it is, honey. If you don't want to do it, but yeah. Baby, what? Fill in the blank.
Listen, I'm jealous. I want to have 11 kids.
I don't. That pussy is.
That is a common misconception. The pussy is like a rubber band.
It must be
that bitch snap the fuck
11 kids.
That bitch snap the fuck back every time. Pussy like a rubber band.
How long do your bowls last? I get back to you. I can go get you a scrunchie right now. You don't see it?
I got a skirt that got elastic in it that lasts me 13 years.
Is you stretching it out every goddamn day?
She ain't stretching out every day. Maybe once a year. She wear it once a year.
She ain't pop that pussy once a year, please.
She pop a pussy a lot.
Throw that ass in the circle.
She only stretches it till its full capacity once a year.
Throw that ass in the circle.
You were so annoying.
Throw that ass in the circle, girl. That big old heavy booty. If only you knew.
I just feel like, did she get lipo after every child? Cause it's weird that her body goes back to like looking normal, like she doesn't have fucking 12 kids.
Every time she get pregnant, she suck it out her stomach and fluff it in her ass, and then she put a little few pieces in the grits.
Go to hell. I'm about to say, cause she like it'd be weird, like she be looking thick as fuck, but she look big as fuck, like she should be big. I love KEKE. You know what's weird? Honestly, what's crazy is like. KEKE WYATT really shouldn't be as big as she is.
Like big, like fat?
No, like as far as like famous.
I was gonna say, damn, bitch.
No, she should be bigger. No, but as far as like
KEKE WYATT can stand up, flat foot, backwards, bent, and fucking sing. That thing can sing.
She can sing really well, but she has a horrible attitude.
She is cool. What? I'm about to throw this motherfucking mic. That's what I just said.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, we think about, like, just especially like her being right after Amaretta's topic. It's like, you think about it, like, she really shouldn't be as big as she is. Like, her attitude is horrible. Like, and honestly, if you think about it, she had an EP with like 4 songs, and then she was featured on a lot of shit. Like, I don't know what she has lately, so I'm not a huge, like, I know KEKE WYATT parts in Avant songs, so I'm an Avant fan.
I can picture us. Baby, if you didn't sing that in high school, for motherfuckers to know that you knew how to sing. So it's like, yeah. So once again, nobody gives a fuck if you can paint a Picasso with your teeth, with your eyes closed. If you're a shitty bitch, nobody cares.
We really know KEKE because of all her goddamn kids. You sound like a what? You sound like a hater?
I sound like Tommy Sotomayor. Like, you bitches got to stop. Like, nobody cares.
Nobody does.
Like, motherfuckers is not going to keep looking past a nasty ass attitude or a stank ass disposition.
Nope.
But you want to know why? Because nobody had to deal with that shit but your mama. And she probably act like that, which is the reason why you act like that. Like, nobody has to deal. Like, you coming from somebody who was mean and all this shit. Nobody, listen to me. Nobody has to deal with your shit. Going back to the Bay. Nobody has to deal with your shit as a woman. Nobody has to put up with that shit.
You cussing motherfuckers out. You don't want to listen. You don't want to.
It's really upsetting though that like a
don't.
woman's reputation can be damaged before a man's reputation in the industry. Cause like,
and it sucks.
I'm about to say they did the same thing to Monique because they said her bad attitude. She was hard to work with and stuff like that. But lo and behold, Tyler Perry and Oprah did her fucking dirty, and they didn't. They threw a rock and hit their hand.
I have always felt like she was not lying.
I always knew Monique wasn't lying.
In regards to her in the now, I got to say when she was explaining the situation, it's like, damn, bitch. Even though you is a mom and you got family, and I know at the end of the day it's all about the camp, blah, 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 but you are also an actress, and this is also your job. So it's
no, it wasn't her job. She wasn't getting paid for that. Her job was to do the acting, and then she did one promotion. They wanted her to do more promotions and stuff that was outside of her. But outside of her contract, they were not willing to pay her, and they got mad at her and said she was difficult. How am I difficult if y'all not willing to pay me to do extra work? I did my job already. That's like the manager asking me to stay late to sweep the floor, and I'm like, well, bitch, I'm not even a fucking janitor.
Well, I mean, I can see that.
Like, but you telling people I'm difficult to work with. Oh, she doesn't deserve a promotion because she just has a bad attitude. No,
I feel like they were looking at like, well, damn, we trying to get you an award, and this. She was like, I don't give a fuck about no.
She was getting her award regardless. Because of the acting. She's an actress. So she was getting her award for the talent that she displayed regardless. Me going around kissing ass and promoting, bitch, you're the one financing it. You're the fucking director. You're the fucking producer. Y'all motherfuckers are famous enough in y'all own rights. Y'all go fucking promote it.
And that's another thing I wanted to say. When I say something about being humble, that don't mean going around sucking the bottom of nobody's ass. That just simply means kind of reeling it in on certain situations that doesn't necessarily need all the extras raw that people normally bring into a situation. So that's what I mean by that. But by no means do I feel like you got to goddamn cower in the corner. Still be you and talk your shit. But at the same time, you have to know your boundaries in that shit. Like, for real. But
still ain't get her respect though. Still ain't really in movies and shit like that. But you feel me?
Still,
like,
but
as a community,
you made your motherfucking point.
Yeah.
And the simple fact that this is not our first time hearing some sideways shit about Tyler Perry. This is not our first time hearing some sideways shit about Oprah here. That's why.
Do you know what Oprah did though? Like after that, like because like after what also made her say that she was difficult, she called Monique up and was like, "Hey,
I got a private plane for you to come get you or some shit."
No. Hey, I want your brother to be on my show. You know, your brother that molested you and raped you. I want him to be on the show.
You a lie.
And Monique was like, I don't, and she was like, but I don't want to do it if you don't approve of it. And she was like, I don't approve of it.
What?
Right. But Oprah still did the show and then had her parents on there too. And Monique was like, she never even mentioned that she had planned to have my parents on there as well. So Oprah did some real snake ass, vile ass shit, bro. But I stopped trusting Oprah a long time ago when I found out she was on Jeffrey Epstein's private fly list or whatever. And she was on house arrest after that nigga went to jail and shit.
Lord.
But everybody was acting like, oh, she was sick. She had COVID. She had a fucking ankle bracelet on. She had an ankle bracelet on that one interview, just like Ellen DeGeneres.
I was about to say, just like Ellen ass. And it was somebody else too. So,
y'all be letting these people who, and the thing is, Oprah is also one of those people where you have to like separate the art from the person, because she's one of those figures in the black culture that we have to respect, like how she came up and stuff like that. You know, she had this talk show and everything like that, and these movies and stuff. But it's like, if you a grimy ass bitch, that's your character, poo. And we can't keep overlooking that type of shit because you bringing down our own community.
Black excellence or not, we don't care. Speaking of motherfuckers in shows and black excellence,
getting canceled, and oh my girl,
Wendy Williams show is done. They said come June, it's gonna be put. Of course, we know Sherry Shepherd, Big Top, Lil Bottom was supposed to be the one hosting the show, but apparently she gonna have her own thing going on. She gonna have her own show, but Wendy Williams show has officially been let go. They said that she's difficult to work with and all sort of stuff. But I find it funny that the black women is always considered difficult to goddamn
There's always
work
a black
with.
woman.
That's literally the first thing come out their mouth. Oh, she difficult to work with. And you know, once, and like Monique said, once that stamp is on you, once that's on you, that shit don't go away. Which was the reason, if you remember, that was the reason why the dark-skinned Auntie Viv was so mad at Will Smith because of the comments that
it was hard for her to get work after that shit.
After that, because she difficult to work with. Oh, the dark ones, they rough, girl. So yes, it puts a very
ill mildew dampening spirit on your career. It happens. So yeah, Wendy, I'm so sorry that's going on.
My girl just need to get her a podcast because I miss her cussing and acting up on the radio anyway. So she just need to get her an X-rated podcast. It ain't gotta be X-rated, but like explicit language.
Whitney Houston will always be top tier, baby.
Cause Whitney called to clear her. She called to clear her, but it didn't happen like that. But it was a very good conversation because Whitney made her points and Wendy made her points.
Cause they forget Whitney wasn't no. She might have sounded like an angel.
She from Jersey. That bitch was not no soft bitch. Okay, and she not light skinned,
baby.
So she wasn't no soft.
She wasn't Whitney when she called the day. She was nippy. That was nippy, y'all got, honey. So,
oh yeah,
rest in peace, Whitney. But best of luck to Miss Wendy Child. They done froze the damn accounts up. Now they canceling her.
That's why she had to make a video on the damn beach to make sure, like, listen, I am of sound mind. I just can't wait to get back to talk on the purple chair when she was on the beach.
But yeah, like, can't nobody stop you from going live, girl, to get your ass on stereo? You see, we got these little 2-3 cameras in here. Shit, can't nobody stop you from doing your own shit. So. Child, listen, fuck them white folks, get your shit together and do your own thing. Just like Kanye is doing with his album. He's going to be releasing it exclusively on his STEM player.
Doing his own thing.
This is going to move artists to do the same thing because I heard a lot of these streaming services, first of all, they don't really get the speak on it, sis. It's in your spirit.
I just want to wait till you're done with your statement.
No, because I learned that from him because, of course, he is doing music and stuff like that. So to find out how they're paid and how that happens and how it's released and the fact that musicians really don't have much of a say-so. They're kind of like, you just do what we tell you to do. I feel like that's why they buy what they do and spend and cheat and drugs, all the shit, because they realize that
the whole persona is crafted and designed.
It is a machine. You belong to a machine. And I feel like, once you go against the machine, then, that's the end of you. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening to Kanye because he's recognized what the machine is. If you notice, young boy, what's I about to say? Young boy,
NBA young boy. Yeah, NBA.
Oh, no, not W. Not WB.
Why you trying, my boy? Young boy, NBA.
Young boy, NBA, young boy. Child, listen, shit. Y'all with these names. Why you
never broke again?
His name could have been Treasure. The hell you pick, young boy. Anyway, but it's like, they telling y'all that these motherfuckers are evil. Mm-hmm. Like SpongeBob, evil. They telling y'all these motherfuckers is evil. But hey, do you for that chain. But
I just feel like, okay.
I think it's a smart idea. Get that money, honey.
I feel like it's a brilliant idea. I'm never going to hold Kanye on any way that he is going to generate his income. Mm-hmm. Me, myself, I'm not buying shit just to hear Donda because who else is on that STEM play? I need you to have like a team of people on there so I can be like, I have more incentive to buy it just for your one album. Right. Okay, because I already waited like 6 months for the first album after I went to the very first goddamn listening party of it. It took us forever to get the shit after the listening party. So you
went to the original seance.
Yeah, I went to the original. So like,
you was at the first sacrificial of the lamb meeting.
Like, I also think, isn't that what Tidal was created for?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying.
And wasn't Tidal created by Jay-Z? Why he always in competition? And then what's don't Diddy got his own little streaming thing, or is it just overall a production company now?
I don't know.
Revolt has her own streaming type thing.
Yeah.
Right? So I just feel like it's not like he's doing. I just feel like sometimes Kanye is trying to become a monopoly instead of being a collaborator. Like even in the sense of like his collaboration with Gap, I need to be on the Gap board of directors for the whole company just because you have a line.
Hey. But they'll come in and do the same thing. And this and in their terms, it's smart. Look at you have a piece of the company you could never be.
Okay, then why don't you just trade? I mean, why don't you like capitalize, continue to build? Like I feel like all his companies are partnerships with white companies. So he goes in and demand that like black presence, and I enjoy that aspect of it. Like you taking over white spaces.
The same thing with Beyonce when she went in to do her Adidas deal. She left the meeting. Mm-hmm. No, she said nobody in this room looks like me, represents me. I don't see myself in these people, so I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. When I come back, hopefully we'll be somewhere we need to be. And here we got Ivy Park and all this fabulosity. custody. So I think that this is going to.
I feel like he would have partnered up with like
to get their shit together and do their own thing.
Tidal and Revolt. Because
I do too, but at the same time,
like because from a consumer standpoint, like from a business standpoint, I respect it, but from
Diddy
a consumer
is
aspect,
not the guy that you want to go in business with as total.
We're not talking about like in record industries though. Like
but if you would do that shit to them, ain't no telling what the fuck you would do with that motherfucking paperwork or what you're requesting of me or what you feel like.
You know what's crazy? When I think of Diddy fucking somebody over, total not even the first group. I think of Shine.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he fucked my boy over.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I don't trust you. And then the whole situation with his beef with Jay-Z, although they're cordial, although they are somewhat, there, for y'all to be spilling tea about how much money you lent your homeboy and this and third. Listen, I don't care how ugly shit gets between me and my friends that I consider my friend enough for me to lend that kind of money to. That ain't nobody's fucking business. You being the king of rap or the whatever the fuck, you could have came up with a big and different bars to express yourself. But you put y'all business out there. That's unnecessary. So I don't feel like it'll ever be the Otis Kanye that we got, the Watch the Throne Kanye and Jay-Z relationship. I don't feel like it'll ever be that again, but I feel like they're cordial enough not to be taking shots at each other no more the way that they were previously before. But nah, I don't feel like it'll never be on we're gonna make money together type shit. Like, you tried to clown me, nigga. I'm good on you. And not to mention, I done heard some crazy shit about Tidal too. Don't be on no show to make people think I be
no.
Yeah, she a slave and she stay here overnight until next Monday. And she eat graham crackers and what else you get?
Yeah, I had a Swiss roll earlier.
And that's it. So you think you want to be a baby bitch? You gonna die here.
It's a boot camp.
Yes, honey. But speaking of eating properly and eating a little bit, child, apparently MONIECE is eating for two because she's pregnant, but her mom and daddy do not believe her. And this is.
Are you serious?
Yes, her mom and daddy made a video. This is why we have our reservations about all of this. And apparently she done did some shit like that in the past before. Of course, it's like...
And it's weird because, she's skinny. So technically, sometimes with skinny people, they can eat too much and they look pregnant. And so, like, I could see her perping that because she does have, like, this lying problem.
I want to say something, but I do not want to be mean, child.
Girl, this celebrity bullshit. We here to pull their card and call them out on it.
Okay, let's pull the card. So how are you? Comfortable, happy, thriving, excited about being pregnant, but you literally just a few moments ago had to give Cam up because you weren't in the mental space to take care of him, but now you feel like you're going to have the mental space to take care of an infant.
I didn't mean read them and eat them up like
Sorry. That's why I didn't want to say it. But it's out there now, so how? How, Sway?
Bitch, it ain't possible. It ain't possible. I hate when bitches do that. Like, it's something weird to me that, like...
Do you know the effect that's going to have on your son? You couldn't take care of me. You needed my dad to step in and to have me a little bit longer because you were not in the mental space and you needed me. And Fizz was like, okay, well, if you were not in the mental space, then give custody to me. Would you give the custody back once I got better? He was like, yeah, why wouldn't I? I'm not trying to keep you from your child. I'm not trying to keep you from our son.
So she not gay no more?
Who knows? Because she was messing with AD, but it's crazy. How the girl that you was dating end up being friends with your ex? The AD bitch ended up being over Fed's house for most of the rest of the season. Talking about how crazy MONIECE was, how she needed to get help. So everybody can't be lying, bitch.
I'm about to say, because wasn't AD also the best friend of Tiffany who didn't like MONIECE? Yes. And then Tiffany ended up dating Lil Fizz?
Dating Fizz for a little while. So it was like, it was a lot.
So MONIECE is the problem.
It's like, if 9 out of 10 people is having the same interactions with you, and I'm going back and looking at the show about how you used to have so much issue with April and all sorts of shit. When first of all, April never owed you any loyalty. Y'all were never friends. Y'all was never besties. So she didn't owe you shit. Now, was it fucked up that she was kicking it with you and then end up being with your baby daddy? Yeah. Kind of lame. But what can you do about the shit because that's not your homegirl?
Yeah, you can't.
She don't owe you shit.
You can't pull the same move because Omarion don't want your ass.
Girl, period. If he's smart. So it's not that. And so now it's on. I want to have a conversation with him. I don't feel like you're being honest with me like you baby mamas do. Now you got a problem with the daddy and the way of the child and the issue with like. So it's like, girl, whatever. So her mama don't believe her. Her dad don't believe her.
Damn, like they made a video saying they don't believe her.
They made a whole video saying how they do not believe that this child is pregnant.
You know what? Them people over on Love and Hip Hop.
Not a video, but a picture. She posted a picture of how she got an attorney or something. It's like, girl, what do you got a lawyer for? What your lawyer gonna do?
Love and Hip Hop Hollywood people are like legit deranged. Like I've been known
they
like people,
nuts.
like all of them. Remember Brandy, that girl who can't leave that boy, that Cheshire side, like his teeth, Mad Max, I guess his name, Max Lux, whatever.
That situation alone,
her claim to fame was being
the police.
Her claim to fame was being Whitney's goddaughter because she was on one episode of the Whitney and Bobby show.
And then she was telling us how she best friends with Beyonce.
Yeah, but
I remember it was one episode. She was like, "Wow, babe." He was like, "Babe, why you doing all that? Like, how would Beyonce act?" You know what Beyonce would, girl?
Like, and then on top of that, like, but then you all on the internet telling people how he beat you, you pregnant, you have a baby, but you love him, you forgive him. Who else was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood that was crazy? That one girl who was married to that Day 26 nigga, and he was cheating on her, Shonda. Them motherfuckers are stupid. Nikki, baby. Goddamn with that damn Molly Mal, that nigga in jail for damn PPP loan fraud and shit.
Not just that, but for trafficking bitches and pills and shit too. That shit happened either like right before he went on marriage boot camp or sometime shortly after.
Oh yeah, and how he ended up dating Treasure?
They were never dating. They lied about this shit. That's why they ended up putting them out the house, because they were never together for real. There was a whole plot for both of them to come up and get clout. They said the shit on the show. That's why they got rid of them. Like, we asked y'all.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Oh, because you know what?
You remember
I had started watching the beginning of it, and I was like, damn, they always arguing like that. Why the fuck are they together?
They never really knew each other for real. They literally, she said that they had been talking to each other through messaging. They hadn't even like lived together, been together for real. So you going into the house with
a known trafficker.
And we're not even gonna talk about Moni Love and her little dude Tough with girl. He look just like a little meerkat.
I don't know who Moni Love is.
How the fuck are y'all married or in a relationship and y'all living in different states?
Long distance.
Girl, no. This man done cheated on you several times.
Oh well, no. Once you cheat on me, bitches are dumb.
And you living separate, but y'all together. But you're living separate. And they ain't say nothing about, I go visit him, I go visit him. No, y'all not living together. And the way he treats you and the way you act, y'all not coming to meet in the middle no time soon. So if he ain't getting like, even the nicest, most, I love my wife ass man, is just not gonna not get no pussy.
Don't say that, 'cause my man. Well, shit, I don't know. Cause I'm not getting no dick. This nigga better not be getting no motherfucking pussy.
For how long?
Well, we see each other often, but sometimes we don't.
Okay, so that's the difference. They're not doing that shit.
But we don't get to have sex when we see each other all the time.
But that's the difference. They're not interacting with each other at all. They came to the show living separate. Mm-hmm. They left the show living separate. Mm-hmm. How?
I don't know. That's weird.
This is what I'm saying. So it's a difference in, we got a long distance situation going on. Like, we deal with each other. We see each other. Y'all making time for each other.
Yeah.
They not doing that.
So why they on the show?
Girl.
Who is Moni Love? I need to see a picture of her.
She British or some shit too. So it's like, child.
She was on Marriage Boot Camp?
She used to do music, but she more so like a radio motherfucker.
The name sound familiar.
That's what I was
saying. The name sound familiar with them long nails, honey. But speaking of households and whatnot, baby, listen, and being alone.
Well, she look fucking delusional.
I mean, yeah. Because how the fuck you done cheated on me? I'm not sucking dick. I'm not sucking your dick because I feel like that's something that you need to earn back. We ain't been together. We not together. I'm not sucking dick. We not having sex. We not doing nothing. Right. In the toilet. Anyway, apparently a 2-year-old got left alone in a daycare. The mother shows up and the baby is at the door in the complete dark crying. The mother has called the police, let them know what's going on. They said they're going to get somebody out there as soon as possible. But it is the mere fact that y'all locked up
the whole building.
Turned off the lights out, and left the 2-year-old. Well, not tell you.
Hold on. What time was the daycare supposed to close?
They didn't give a time.
What time did the mama show up? I'm just confused on the timeline of events because we worked at the daycare, right?
I was just about to say that. There was one instance where I had somebody who mama ain't get there until an
hour later.
7. I remember
we closed at
6:45.
6:45. So we closed late enough, and she didn't get there close to 8:00.
And I know, because you used to tell me when you used clothes, it used to be, But see, I call, hey, Miss C,
listen.
they still here, blah, blah, blah. But just luckily, their mom was coming around the corner. I mean, she's in tears. It was a lot of shit that happened. I was like, listen, this is not normal for you. I figured that something was wrong. The baby's all right. We went in the kitchen, got them some snacks or whatever.
Yeah, I never had no repeat offender, but repeat offenders would be them people that we call the police for.
But yeah, so
we have protocols in place.
We had to walk the building. You had to pull all the trash.
And the problem is, honestly, if you think about it, because once you get down to once your classroom is dwindled, think about it. We move. So once the 4:00 hit, this end of the hallway is empty. They're all in this class. There's 3 classrooms maybe open. And then once 5:00, once 5:00 in here, it's 2 classrooms.
Right.
6:00 is one group of kids, and we in the front office watching the cars on the camera.
So how?
How was a child, and then a 2-year-old at that?
Baby, that's why I was like, there is no fucking way.
Who's more at fault at this point?
I don't know, but baby,
in your opinion,
who's more
in
fault between the mother
basis of the story,
the mother or the daycare?
Yeah,
daycare, absolutely. You charged the fuck out of her ass, like Miss Carter used to do. The clock is on. And you getting that bill from my ass.
Oh yeah, let me tell you something. It's $10 the first. It's $10 the first minute. $1 a minute after that.
I'm gonna run it up because number one, I gotta get paid because now I'm OT as a motherfucker, and I got a baby that I gotta get home to. So I'm making sure that I'm paying attention and docking. I'm not clocking out. Period. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
So I gotta get my end. So cause she gotta pay me, and she gotta make sure that she covered, for her part of it all or her profit. So it's like it's definitely the daycare.
It's definitely daycare's fault because there's no way, even if the mom was late, anything it's so many things you could.
We literally have
protocols in place.
Period.
If you have the $10 for the first minute, $1 a minute after that, after an hour, clearly that's a lot of fucking money, bitch. But that's
I promise
$70.
You're not gonna do that
for
shit
being
again.
An hour late, $70 for an hour late. But after the first hour, the police are being called for child abandonment.
You're not gonna do. I promise you that you're not gonna do that shit again. No, you're gonna do your damnedest to make sure that you're there on time, because you're not gonna want to pay that shit again. I can assure you of that.
I don't understand. Yeah, I would have. The director would have had to hear from me.
But
and the Glock photo.
Good luck on the situation itself. I pray that the mother said she was gonna.
I hope the child ain't traumatized too bad for real. Cause that's scary. You in a big ass building by yourself at 2 in the dark.
At first, I was gonna say we need to know how bad that kid is.
Oh my God.
At 2, cause some kids. Motherfucker might hide in it,
But you still have a count of your kids.
Right.
You still have a count of your kids.
Until the end of it.
I feel it.
I'm about to say, especially because you clock your child in, you clock your child out. So even if you were sitting here thinking okay, all the children gone, at the end of the night, you still supposed to look at the thing is anybody still clocked in? Who clocked that child out then?
I don't know. And it ain't our daycare was just so motherfucking militarized. It's no,
bitch. It's some mistakes that happen in that bitch too. Trust.
Baby, trust.
But it's just the fact that we don't play by people's kids.
And you did not want to be in that office with Maya, honey. You didn't want that smoke. Say what you want to say, but she didn't play that shit. She didn't. But speaking of people who don't play that shit, child. Apparently, Meek Mill was not playing when he said he was no longer smoking marijuana. He said he stopped smoking because it was causing him to lose weight. Now, if you're anything like me, when the motherfuckers say they stopped smoking because it was making them lose weight,
they had crack laced in that bitch.
Cocaine.
They had crack laced.
It's giving
niggas
cocaine.
lace they weed with cocaine and crack often. I ain't one of them. Keep me strictly at some pure green. I like my shit green. I don't even like my shit crystallized. I like my shit pure fucking green.
I don't even smoke with everybody.
I just want to know though, if he is smoking just regular straight Zaza, I need that strain though, cause a bitch like me get big as fuck. Like, the way these munchies be hitting.
Oh my God, we had some shit up there. I was like, literally both of it. I mean, as soon as it was out, we was trying to figure out what we was about to do food wise, honey, because it was just so. And then I read, I was like, oh well, drugs do different in different people. Some people have appetite at the time it drives it away. I'm like, that is literally the.
I will say now, okay,
the most known thing about smoking, you get the munchies, you gonna eat.
As a person who went to jail, right, I will say this, and this different occasions, multiple occasions, right. You lose weight.
Jaywalking.
You definitely do lose weight in jail, but it's not because like the food and shit, right? It's because you don't smoke no more, right? So you trying to get your body weaned off, so you trying to get your appetite without smoking. Mm-hmm. And it does cause like a weird transition. So you be like, you lose weight maybe like your first 3 months because you not eating. But then once you realize like your natural body and your appetite, I done came out of jail bigger than what I went in sometimes.
Mm-mm.
I
could never eat that
so
shit.
I can kind of get that, like, sometimes, like, if you're, like, you smoke too much. I just feel like, okay, this is my trick of the trade. I just want to let y'all know, real quick trick of the trade. I smoke before I eat before I smoke. Yeah.
The food tastes better after.
I eat before I smoke because then I won't really have the munchies. Because sometimes also with munchies, you might overeat sometimes. Like, it's so many things that
No such thing. Your body tells you when to stop and you listen to it.
Yeah, most of the time when you're high, your body's really delayed and moving slow and it doesn't communicate as fast.
Before you eat, it's going to give you the itis. Every single time.
Facts. That's true too.
That's why I don't necessarily like smoking before I eat.
Yeah, exactly. I'm about to say that's what I said when you take away that munchies aspect.
Shut your ass.
Because the thing is, like, you smoke, you already get relaxed. You're like, yeah, I'm about to eat this food real good.
So why you always ask
and
me,
then you
bang,
and
you
then
wanna
like,
you want to smoke my phone or you want? Ooh, I promise y'all. From now on, I'ma just press record in here. Cause motherfuckers be cutting up in front of the camera.
It's honestly the best thing to do is eat before you smoke because you kind of you keep your energy up in a sense.
But who don't want the itis? If you can let it take over you, bro, that's the best fucking
well,
thing
in a way to be effective in the sense of like, I feel like that's, you know how people always talk about like functioning alcoholics. To be a functioning weed head, you gotta kind of don't need the itis part of it. But that's why you have to also know what kind of strains you smoking.
Kind of get you high.
No, because like the different strain, like sativa can make you like more relaxed and calm, and then indica kind of perks you up.
I don't like Percocets.
I don't do any pills at all. I'm actually really bad with like any other drug. Don't give me no drug. I tried ecstasy one time.
I do pills. I love pills.
I tried ecstasy one time.
I love pills.
What kind of pills? I'm talking about vitamins, right?
If I'm not feeling well, I take a Tylenol.
Yeah, I don't even take those.
Allergies, I'll take a Zyrtec.
I don't take that.
Sea moss.
I take regular sea moss gel.
I love pills.
No, I don't. I actually do not do pills at all.
But that shit y'all talk about, no, I'm not a gremlin. I'm not eating it.
But I tried ecstasy one time, and like, though, my shirt rubbing on my nipple made me have an orgasm. Ooh. That's too intense for me. I can't do shit like that. Like, and I only took half an ecstasy pill. Just imagine if I took the whole thing.
I don't have nipples.
I was about to say let me see, but
they inverted.
For real?
They come out sometime. They be like, boo! Woo! We here.
You're annoying as the fuck. But
It depends. But no, I don't.
No. But Meek Mill, it sounds like you got cocaine in your
that's
weed.
crack.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of crack, Darius Cooks must be on crack because clearly
Darius Cooks the crook.
Yeah, baby. I'm gonna let you take the lead on this because listen, y'all, I was supposed to do my homework and I did try to look at that video, honey, on what he did wrong to his people because this is not my first time saying it. Now, the first time I saw something about him being shady was when a situation took place where he didn't pay a young lady for some work that she did at one of his restaurants, and she was getting in contact with him. He went so far as to threaten her. They got into a physical altercation, like he actually put his hands on the woman. So I saw that portion of it. But apparently his boyfriend gave the tea on all of his indiscretions, if I may say so myself, and he's doing more than chefing up food in the kitchen. This nigga's cooking up scams. So
he been a scammer. So Darius Cooks the crook.
Not you got a name, child.
Listen, this man has been preying on black women for a very long time.
Wow.
Now, like you just said, his boyfriend. So he is a straight appearing man. And I'm not saying that in the sense of like, oh, I think he is straight. No, I definitely think this man is gay as fuck. He is a straight appearing man that kind of like he is very handsome. I don't know the who, but he's handsome in respect to like older women, and they want to look at him. You know, they use him as like eye candy. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I said. No, honestly, that's what they think. Who? Yeah, Darius Cooks. They think he's attractive. Okay, because he's all chocolatey and shit like that. Anyways, whatever.
Shit is brown.
So he.
The fuck? Okay.
He preys on black women, and basically once they dislike his service or are displeased with what he has done, he doxes them. So I didn't know what the word dox meant. I knew that he was very abusive in how he handled his disagreeers, people who hated on him. I knew that he would attack him online. I knew he had fans, just like the queen we talked about earlier. He is one of those like chef people who has a team of black women that will attack other black women for calling him out on his shit. Now, Darius Crooks the Cook have been scamming for a long time. He had 3 restaurants. He had the Crab and Greens or something. I don't know.
One of them closed down, ain't it?
All 3 of his businesses closed abruptly. When I say abruptly, so he had a tax credit. He had a credit repair business that mainly operated in Georgia. People sued him because they were not receiving the services he promised. Now, like most credit repair services, I think they're all scams. If you don't know how to fix your credit by now, baby, you're not meant to have credit. A lot of the things they charge you for, you can very much do yourself. They cannot get rid of bankruptcies and things on your credit report if it's accurate. Okay, so that's one thing I will say. However, these credit repair companies will claim they can do these type of things, and Darius Cook the Crook was one of the same people. He claimed that he can get rid of all this negative stuff on your credit report. So all these people signed up with him, right? He ended up not fulfilling the promises, did not perform the services, so they filed claims to the Better Business Bureau. When they did that in the state of Georgia, he was found guilty of fraudulent activities, okay? With this credit scamming.
Of course.
With this credit repair, he was found guilty. So his settlement, he had to pay $146,000, all right, and some change. He had 3 businesses at the time, 2 in Atlanta, 1 in Chicago. He closed, the day they told him he had to pay that was the last day all 3 businesses operated. Literally the very next morning, he put a post on Instagram that says, "Thank you for all my patrons of these restaurants. Yesterday was the last day that they operated. I'm sorry for the short notice," type thing like that. So he had to close his businesses in order to pay that settlement. He said, "I paid the $140,000, whatever. He paid it. Didn't care." this man decided to come up with a food delivery company. He piggybacked off of a black woman who was known on Food Network, Sunny Anderson.
Oh, I love her.
Right. Okay. She brought him on her show, whatever. He talked about how he watched his grandmother in the kitchen and got these recipes from her before she died. His grandmother is still alive. Shut up! His grandmother's still alive. Okay, so he got.
He worse than Offset.
So he got.
He worse than Offset.
He got on Sunny Anderson's show, and she tried, kind of help endorse him in this like fresh food delivery service that he was gonna do. Scammed investors. Never got off the ground. Then he created the Carolina Pound Cake Company, where they delivered fresh pound cakes to your door, different types, 7-Up, butter, good cream cheese pound. I love me a pound cake. I can make a good pound cake now, okay?
I love pound cakes.
So,
but not with no little scam on
it. Okay, so he created this company, right? One of his workers came out and said that where they created the pound cakes at was like a commercial kitchen. People who can't afford restaurants, whatever, they had those kitchens that they... But this commercial kitchen was in the worst shape possible. Like, pipes were leaking. Out of the 3 sinks, they could only use 2. And under the sinks, they had the sanitizer and the detergent buckets catching dirty water. So they were sanitizing counters with that same dirty water. It was walls who had damage because of the water leaking. And then there were lights. So it was a lot of health code violations going on. And not only that, when she actually tasted the recipe, because he advertised for a baker to help with his influx of orders, the cake was disgusting. So she improved the recipe. He took the recipe and made thousands of dollars off of it and didn't give her anything. So the Carolina Pound Cake Company ended up closing because of all the health violations, and she ended up reporting him. What you were discussing is that he exploited many young black workers who just wanted to work for a nice black-owned restaurant, work as a waitress and tips and stuff like that. He wouldn't pay them for months on end. Matter of fact, I forgot to say, the payroll, people who worked for the Carolina Pound Cake Company, they were actually... Now, this is actually true crime, right? So this is like a true crime piece of the debate, babe, because this is really criminal activity that this man is perpetrating. And it's kind of like the only victims that really are being targeted are black women because they're the main patrons of this man. Okay. So... And the restaurants closed. The Pound Cake Company closed. He scammed investors out of the food delivery service. He ended up having a settlement for the credit repair company. Okay, that's like 8 businesses. What does Darius the crook do now? He gets plastic surgery and seasons his fish with blood drainage bags hanging off. So you see the blood jiggling as he's seasoning the fish. Anyways, right after his surgery, on camera, I wouldn't eat nothing he cooked because that's unsanitary. Even if you're cooking it for yourself, it's unsanitary.
Wait, what the fuck did he have done?
Like a tummy tuck, BBL etching, something like that. Whatever. All right. So also,
it's true that I'm a bad bitch.
Recently,
I eat my rice again.
What he has made.
No.
So now what he does now is host private dinners.
The only other man that I know got his body done was A1 and Funk Flex.
And Saucy Santana.
But Santana is one of the girls. So
and Drake.
Drake ain't got his body done, bitch.
He got his stomach etched.
Y'all niggas be out here lying.
Light skin shit.
Move on. Damn, we were so close. We were so fucking close, bro. We was almost
These
out of
jokes gonna fly. Okay.
Wow.
So currently, Darius Cooks the Crook hosts private dinners, right? So you will buy a ticket to his private dinner for $100.
So we're gonna speed past him seasoning fish with blood bubbles.
You will buy a ticket to a private dinner for $150. You better be serving me motherfucking escargot, caviar, the freshest fish eggs I've ever fucking tasted in my fucking life, okay? $150. What one of the waitresses has come out and said that she was in charge of picking up the food from a local soul food restaurant. So $40 a plate that he ended up paying for is what he charged $150 a person for later on, and still did not even pay the waitresses and servers he had at the private dining experience. And then aside from that, he was blasted on the internet for trashing the Airbnb that he is hosting these dinner parties in. And when I say trash, left it quite disgusting. The pictures are on the internet. Click this hashtag, you will find them. He has plenty of pages on Lipstick Alley of all the crimes and things he has done. But this is where it gets good. So he decided to dox one of the people that went to his private dinners. And if you don't know what doxing is, like I did not know, doxing is when you decide to expose people's private information as far as the social security number, address, name. Now, I'm one of those people that, like, if you fuck with me, I'm going to get that information. I'm going to find it. I'm going to fuck you up. But I'm not going to put it on the internet, and I'm not going to have people harass you and make fake credit cards in your name and, like, you know, just destroy your life. That's literally what he wants them to do. So he started doxing this woman, was doing it for like 3-4 days. Her husband steps in and he goes quiet. Now, when I say this man was going on, he is sassy. He real sassy. That's why I'm like, how the fuck is he straight passing? This nigga is gay as fuck. He be going with the girls online, okay? Soon as her husband stepped in, shut the fuck up. He shut the fuck up.
Per usual.
Didn't say anything. And so her husband, in an effort, he like, you know, since I'm a reverse dox. I'm about to give you my personal cell phone number. This man changed his bio on Twitter. He says, Darius Cooks, call me, and put his personal phone number on it. The nigga from Detroit. You know what that means. Them Detroit niggas is fucking nuts, all right? And the thing is, he said the thing is, you went too far because
right up there with New York.
This a mob wife right here. And I don't think he, like, every time he talk on the camera, he be like, we got a forever problem with his cigar in his mouth. Like, this nigga slick scary, but he light skinned, so I don't take him all the way seriously. But at the same time, yeah, so he eating Darius Cooks the fuck up, and everybody is just like,
oh, it's because you just said he was gay. So I was like, I hope not.
He is frying that man, okay? He is making sure that man is, like, getting his. And it's just wild.
He should.
The problem is, I think a lot of the more controversy comes from is, like, damn, you had all this smoke when there was a woman coming at you. And the thing is, when I say he always would go back and forth with women.
That's why I said, as per usual, a nigga will pipe up on a bitch all day long. Like, he'll whoop a bitch, whoop her ass. Mm-hmm. But as soon as her brother get involved, now you want to talk like a man, Randy Bills. Now you want to have a conversation. Now you want to talk. But you ain't mind whooping my ass, but now you want to have a conversation. No. Talk to him how you talk to me. Mm-hmm. But, I mean... Oh, Darius. It's crazy because I used to see him come up on my Facebook page and I used to watch him make his little honey hot chicken and shit.
Honey, let me say something. His food looked... He was on... I love Food Network. Right? He was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
I love that
with
show.
Guy Fieri.
Oh,
he was on there. Did you see the clip where he was on there?
No.
I got to show you real quick on camera because, like, you know, guys' reaction will let you know if the food hitting or not. Yeah. And I've been said I don't like the way guys' food don't be looking good. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the way Darius' food be looking on there.
Sometimes you don't think it look good?
Darius?
Yeah.
No, because he puts too much fucking sugar. His seasoning don't look good. Like, even on the clip, it was like you see powder. Just like he was like, you know, I put this, and you just see the dust from all the powder popping up. Like, it look disgusting. He said, I fry my chicken at 350 degrees for 6 minutes. That's not like food poisoning to me. Salmonella. Yeah, 6 minutes ain't long enough to fry no chicken, bro. Not no bone-in chicken.
No.
My
stomach just started hurting.
Exactly. Like, food looks fucking disgusting.
You know, you can kill a nigga with
this
chicken.
Man was sitting on live, getting his stuff, like, eating some grits, I guess. Y'all should have seen the amount of sugar he poured in his grits. Like
you should have just got you some creamery.
I'm about to say, and it's not like I'm talking.
It's because it's late.
It's like it's that one woman that everybody love from Philly. Her food don't look healthy enough for me to eat. Like, it looked like it could be good, but it looks like it would give me.
You talking about Paul Dean? Paul Dean to drop 3 sticks of butter and some shit.
I don't eat white people food. But what I was saying, what's that woman from Philly? Saida, something like that. She be pouring like a pound of sugar in her yams. and that shit look like fucking syrup.
She don't eat white people food. You wouldn't eat Gordon Ramsay food?
Who?
Gordon Ramsay.
Oh no, I'll eat his sandwiches. Like his burgers.
No, that's what I'm not eating because they don't believe in cooking their meat all the fucking way.
Oh, see, I don't eat my burger.
I don't want nothing pink.
Oh, I like it pink.
Not even you, Gordon. You like your meat raw?
I'm about to say I eat my steaks, my burgers medium. If you chew too much, it's not good for your insides. It's not good for your system. You clearly eat your shit well done.
I throat my meat.
You eat your shit well done. Yeah, that's not good for your intestines.
I ain't never been a good bitch.
I'm gonna say you got steak sitting in your system for 2 months ago because you got that shit well done.
I promise I done shit it 3-4 times.
I mean, yeah, you just because you shit out everything else, you probably shit out the sides, but not the meat itself. The way it sticks in your body.
Well, it'll be alright. I ain't eating no blood.
It ain't blood. It's cooked.
Shit.
It's cooked.
Y'all don't want to eat y'all meat all the way done. Just take your ass out into the middle of the field and bite the cow on the ass.
Medium. It's still cooked. It got the crispy outer layer and shit. No, it's like eating sushi. You don't eat sushi?
No.
Slide down my throat.
We talking about foods.
Sushi, the sashimi, the little. You don't eat tartar.
Do sashimi? Do it again. What's sashimi?
You don't eat like tuna tartar.
I get the tuna kits from Kroger. That ain't the same thing. Mix it up. Put on that cracker with the low fat mayonnaise.
That's not even fresh tuna. You're not even getting. You know, tuna's actually pink, right?
They be pink.
Not in the can.
Yes, it do.
It'd be a little
white,
gray.
Look gray. Yellow.
White, gray, whatever.
That's old.
Well, tuna is pink, like
good,
pink,
like good,
like pussy pink.
All right, thank you. I can't. That's all I got. Thank y'all for joining us on another episode of Celebrity Bullshit. Wednesdays and Fridays are always dropping. Like, comment, subscribe, comment, like, fucking back. Please come and save me.
I do talk big.
I'm done.
I talk big. Where you going?
No.
Come talk to me.